The independent variable is the inhaler. The dependent variable is the adherence to a medication. Parents of children using the normal inhaler were recruited through their GP. They were contacted through the phone and then they got a visit to their house. They were given a questionnaire to answer about their current inhaler, which included a consent form. They didn't know about the funhaler at this point. They were given a funhaler to use for the 2 weeks and they got given instructions of how to use it. At various times on a random basis, the parents were asked if they used the funhaler on the previous day. At the end of the 2-week period, the parents were visited again and they got another questionnaire concerning the funhaler.
This was a field experiment conducted in participants' houses settings in Australia, and it was a repeated measures design. There was a random sampling method with 32 children participants. 22 were male and 10 were female. There was an age range between 1.5 years to 6 years old, with a mean age of 3.2 years. Results. Use of the funhaler was associated with improved parental and child compliance. When 60% more children took recommended of the 4 or more cycles per aerosol delivery when using the funhaler compared to when they were not using it and were using a standard or small volume spacer. Conclusions. Improved adherence combined with satisfactory delivery characteristics suggest that the funhaler may be useful for management of young asthmatics. The use of the funhaler could possibly be translated to improved medical measures of clinical outcome. More research recommended in long-term efficiency of this treatment. The funhaler led to increase in use and correct use of asthma pumps, and parents tended to be less likely to give up and resort to nebulizer if they were using the funhaler.
In Chaney et al., several controls were used. A questionnaire was given out before and after. There was a 2-week period for the use of the funhaler. Each participant had the funhaler. They used the same design and the same instructions. The use of a repeated measures design meant that the participant variables were controlled for, meaning there were no individual differences. However, there could have been demand characteristics or order effects. To diminish this, half of the participants should have been given a normal inhaler and then a fun inhaler, and half of the participants should have been given a standard inhaler and a fun inhaler. However, this counterbalance was seen as inappropriate. The quantitative data allowed for fixed responses, yes and no, which was easily compared and analysed. However, this could be seen as invalid because it gave no reason for the behaviour. The ethics were generally good. They gave consent was given, no participants were harmed, and all were given a chance to use the funhaler. However, the use of self-report meant that there was a social desirability bias, and the field experiment meant that they had to contend with extraneous variables. The ecological validity was seen as high because it was conducted in a natural setting, which meant that where the participants usually used the inhaler. The reliability was generally high as it was a standardized procedure, which increased the replicability. However, the small sample meant that it had a narrow age range, which was bad for generalizability. The sample had was appropriate for the target population. However, there was a cultural bias as it was conducted in Australia.